for joining us as we officially open the Main Street Promenade. In this room are so many of the men and women who brought this idea to life. I'll start by recognizing the elected officials who are with us to celebrate this morning. They include Councilmember Sally Alcorn, Texas State Senator Carol Alvarado, Councilmember Twyla Carter, Councilmember Mario Castillo, City of Houston Controller Chris Hollins, Councilmember Joaquin Martinez, State Representative Lauren Ashley Simmons, and Mayor John Whitmire. Today marks an important milestone for downtown Houston, not only because we are unveiling a beautiful new gathering space, but because this project reflects how civic innovation can emerge from even the toughest of circumstances. The seeds of this idea were planted during the COVID pandemic, when downtown businesses faced strict operating restrictions and the adjacent right-of-way became one of the most practical tools available to support them. Through More Space Main Street, we created room for restaurants and bars to operate outdoors, maintain customer activity, and remain connected to downtown life at a moment when flexibility and creativity mattered the most. What began as a temporary response quickly revealed a broader opportunity. We saw that Main Street could be more. It could support commerce, pedestrian activity, social gathering, and a stronger street-level experience in the heart of Houston. The idea began to sprout into life. With key approvals from the City Council, financial support from the Houston Downtown Management District, Downtown Redevelopment Authority, and TERS 3, Houston Galveston Area Council, plus years of partnership with City of Houston staff, public agencies, property owners, businesses, designers, contractors, and civic stakeholders, we collectively move this effort from pilot to plan to project. The result is the Main Street Promenade, a 7-block pedestrian-oriented corridor designed to strengthen downtown's walkability, support local businesses, improve downtown experiences, and create a more welcoming and resilient public realm as Houston prepares for the 2026 FIFA World Cup and the opportunities that will follow. Behind the promenade's new bricks, patios, trees, and blue tile motifs are reminders of Houston's living history, interlaced with innovative lessons in designing places that are more comfortable, sociable, and adaptable for the future. Though driven to completion by a World Cup deadline, this project was designed to thrive for decades beyond. And this project is more than a completed project. It is a commitment to a more connected and people-centered downtown. On behalf of Downtown Houston Plus, thank you to our partners at the City of Houston, our board and volunteer leaders, our agency partners, the businesses along Main Street, and everyone who helped bring this vision to life. I would now like to introduce Eric Miller, CEO of Centrio Energy, a Central Houston member, and presenting sponsor for this morning's reception. Much like the promenade itself, Eric's company is committed to ensuring that Houstonians and Astros fans are cool and comfortable. But I'll let him tell you more about that. Eric.
Thank you, Chris. What a wonderful day for the City of Houston, and I've been sharing with many of you. We've had, it feels like a month of rain, and we're just so blessed to have sunny skies and a beautiful day to celebrate. Centrio is headquartered in Houston. This is our home. We're proud to call Houston our home. And if you're not familiar with Centrio, we got 4 plants in downtown Houston. One over at the Allen Center, 2 at Houston Center, and then our biggest plant, which is our Union Station plant, on Rusk between Austin and LaBranch. We serve 40 customers in downtown Houston, 6 miles of pipe underneath the streets to cool our entire market. In addition to that, at our plant, we have a thermal ice storage battery. And if you don't know anything about ice storage, we'd love to have you come over. If you find our booth in the back, you'll see a postcard and a way of getting in touch with us. But we've got an ice battery in that plant that we can utilize at any point to manage our peak loads. And to give you some sense of the ice battery, when you think about batteries, we provide cooling service to Dyken Park, all the way over to Alley Theater, 1000 Main, and then our most recent connection is 1010 Lamar, the Harris County building. But that ice battery, we can turn off all of our chilling equipment, and we can turn that ice battery loose, and for 6 hours, we can provide cooling service to Dyken Park. So just incredible technology and such a foundational piece of the infrastructure of Houston that we're proud of. So today is a day of celebration. Centrio is very happy to be sponsoring this and being part of this. Chris and everybody on the stage, glad to be up here, and let's just have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Centrio, for your support of this reception. Now I would like to introduce Councilmember Joaquin Martinez. As downtown's representative for District I, Joaquin brings a steady principle to public service. The best decisions start by listening to the people closest to the issue. Councilmember.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning to everybody. Today, what started as a pilot project during COVID has become a permanent destination. With enhanced pedestrian safety features, Main Street has transformed into a vibrant corridor that reflects the vision for the people, of the people who use it every day. What makes this project most important and special is not just the physical improvements, it's the process that brought us here. This transformation was shaped through community engagement, countless stakeholder input meetings, countless conversations with residents, business owners, property owners, and advocates who care deeply about the future of downtown Houston. Their feedback helped us turn an idea into reality and ensured the space was designed for people first. This project demonstrates what can happen when communities come together on a shared vision. I'm especially grateful for the partnership with the Houston-Galveston Area Council, which contributed $7.5 million towards this effort. As a member of HGAC and an alternate of the Transportation Policy Council, I'm honored to serve as the city's representative to support regional investments that are driven by community priorities and improve mobility, strengthen neighborhoods, and enhance the quality of life here in Houston. Main Street Promenade is proof that meaningful public engagement leads to better projects, stronger partnerships, and public spaces that truly reflect the people we serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Martinez. Now I'd like to introduce Councilmember Mario Castillo. As downtown's representative from District H, he understands that quality of life is not an abstract goal. It is built block by block through safer streets, more resilient neighborhoods, and places prepared to meet Houston's future. Councilmember.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mario Castillo. I'm proud to represent District H on Houston City Council. And this is an exciting day for downtown. This is an exciting day for Houston. We have heard about the collaboration. We have heard about the community engagement that has gone into this project. I want to focus on the resiliency component because, to me, that's the most exciting part of this. We are talking about a project that is going to bring I'm going to get my numbers mixed up here. We're talking about a project that's going to bring new native species trees to downtown Houston. We are talking about a goal of a 5-degree reduction in the ambient temperature here in Houston, and we know with our summers, we'll take every degree we can get on that reduction. And we're using innovative technology like silvacells, which help the roots of the tree grow, protects our infrastructure, and makes those trees more resilient in our weather events with drainage. These are the innovations that we're going to look to as we develop across the city when we bring projects like this to different corridors, to different projects and developments. We're going to look to Main Street and what we did here today as a part of that. And I'm excited because this fits right into the Resilient H initiative, where we're taking these ideas and principles and bringing them to Cavalcade as we try to bring that same framework to the Cool Corridor concept on Cavalcade in the near north side. It's incredibly exciting what's been done here today, and I'm so proud to see this come to fruition, to see this grand opening, because it will be a model for the future, and it will be something that Houstonians will be able to enjoy for years. And we're all excited for the World Cup and all the visitors that are going to come and see what we've done, but once that's over, we will be able to enjoy this project. We will see the impact on the economic development in downtown, our pedestrian infrastructure, you name it. So let's enjoy, let's celebrate, let's congratulate all the folks that made this happen, and very proud to be a part of this. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, Mario. We'd now like to introduce Cassie Hopridge. As our organization's Director of Planning and Economic Development, Cassie brought passion and dedication to each phase of this project, paired with a resolute commitment to supporting businesses through our year of construction and, importantly, for years to come. Cassie.
Good morning, everybody. Normally, I don't use notes, but today is way too important to forget anybody's name. Standing here today, being able to look out on all of the work that we've accomplished, I am thrilled and am really reflective of the privilege that I have had to facilitate the design and engineering for this project. I stand before you as someone who believes in the future of Houston, but moreover, the future of our people. We're a city defined by our diversity, our grit, and our relentless energy. But because Houston's so vast, finding the space for all of us to come together can be tricky. We need places that draw us out of our silos, out of our neighborhoods, and the Main Street Promenade changes that, joining the ranks of beautiful parks across our city that serve as our civic anchors, and thanks to the leadership of Mayor Whitmire, now Tranquility Park. Today really does usher in a new era for downtown, one where our physical environment reflects the true momentum of Houston. Generations ago, our city's ambition was defined by the space race, an era for downtown that then yielded disconnected tunnels and sky bridges. But today, our collective ambition has shifted. What matters to us now is the ground that we walk on and being able to bump shoulders with each other. This promenade is just the beginning. It's the very first step in a cool and connected corridor network for our downtown visitors, residents, workers, for the journeys that we take on a daily basis. In fact, Main Street was so inspiring that if you walk down Texas Avenue today, you'll see transformations unfolding on 14 blocks. More shade, specifically at intersections where you can't plant trees, more plants, and more lighting. That project specifically, I want to acknowledge Centerpoint Foundation for making possible, as well as the teams at SWA, Haller & Yoon, and Root Lab. Back to Main Street. To make this grander vision a reality, I want to walk you through the design moves, as we call them, for this project. There were 4 big shifts. Our team at Design Workshop helped us to find a way to succinctly explain what all went on these streets over the last several years. What can you expect on the new Main Street Promenade? The first big shift, maintenance and stewardship. This isn't just about sidewalks anymore. This is a new public space for people, one that we will care for like a park. Our organization is committed to this long-term stewardship of the space. The second big shift is accessibility. We use design and also engagement to change the way people can move around this storied street. One of the biggest champions to ensure true accessibility for the promenade was the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, led by Angel Pons. The third shift, more shade. We've made a massive shift towards climate resilience, and I hope that you get to experience it outside. It will be 90 degrees, so test it out. And finally, the fourth shift, placemaking. We turned a thoroughfare into a destination. And that can feel like an abstract idea, but fundamentally, this is about making places for people. And in addition to design, we've been proud to commit over $1 million in storefront grants and facade grants to businesses in downtown, the majority of which have gone to businesses on Main Street. So I'm here to thank folks, right? Let's talk about those four groups. 4 big shifts, the 4 groups. To our city partners, to the mayor, to council members, thank you for your leadership, for making this project possible. Thank you to all the city departments that made permitting possible for this project, that made design review possible, and supported us along the way as we conceived of a brand new ordinance to enable our stewardship of this space. Metro leadership, thank you for every step of the way, making sure that we would be able to build something, right backing up to your light rail, including 4 a.m. visits out on the street with fire trucks, making sure everything would work smoothly for our life and safety departments. I also want to lift up Brian Crimmins for his incredible work over the last several years, turning this pilot into a permanent transformation. The second group, the Downtown Houston team. You've lived and breathed this project for years, and now look, we've created a world-class destination. I want to thank our CEO, Chris, and the leadership of our organization, all 3 of our boards, for supporting this vision throughout, and every single department, finance, legal, admin, marketing, special projects, and certainly our operations and capital projects. The third group, our design, consulting, and engineering team. Thank you for your vision. Design workshop, specifically Alex Ramirez, Sarah Smith, and Brian Chambers, for your foundational work. Thank you to the engineering and technical powerhouse, Walter P. Moore, especially Heather Gillian, as well as Fractal, ENC Engineers, Co-Associates, and JAS Irrigation. To Outside Voices and Leah Chambers, as well as the team at Gandy 2, Formation Studios, and MetaLab for bringing unmatched creativity and excellence in design to this project. And to Halford Busby and the Goodman Corporation for your consulting and administrative grant expertise. Last, but certainly not least, the construction and inspection crews, led masterfully by Brett DeBoard and Dusty McCarthy of our team at Downtown Houston Plus. You all worked through the heat and tight deadlines with precision and with care. You're the reason that we are able to go outside today and enjoy this promenade. Thank you to our general contractor, Jordan Enterprise, including Daryl Vincent Jr., Zach Huber, and Ashley Chance for tackling the critical underground work that you see, actually you don't see before you today. To Pfeiffer and Sun Electrical, including Chris Gardner and Andy Yoder. To Gulf Coast Pavers, including Wade Hannigan and Ben Krenzer for your beautiful artistry on the paver and tile work. Landscape art, including Rebecca Dubisky, Karen Orleana, Hugo Palma, and Oscar Guevara for planting the seeds of our future shade and green infrastructure. To Blumenthal and Kevin Novak for the incredible fabrication of our shade structures and fencing. And last but certainly not least, to Art Chapman with Project Surveillance for your sharp eyes and dedication to quality inspection. To every single person, department, and firm named today, you didn't just build a promenade, you built a space for Houstonians. I want to leave you all with a quote, can't help myself, from a wonderful book called Strangers Need Strange Moments Together. It reminds us of what this project means in the grand scheme of things. Democracy does not require perfect equality, but what it does require is that citizens share in common life. What matters is that people of different social backgrounds and different walks of life encounter one another, bump up against one another in the ordinary course of life, because this is what teaches us to negotiate and abide by our differences. And this is how we come to care for the common good. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to go out and enjoy our new Main Street.
Thank you so much, Cassie. Some of you might know that Downtown Houston Plus has a penchant for setting big goals. We also like to make big to-do lists, like the one right behind me. We also have a tradition internally when we accomplish one of our big goals. We like to celebrate as a team. And we like to honor some of the people that have really helped to lead that effort. And so now I would like to embarrass Brett DeBoard and Dusty McCartney and ask them to come join me on the stage so we can check this box. Now, the promenade is not the only major lasting improvement completed in Houston before the World Cup. In fact, there are over 200 additional projects from dozens of agencies that have rallied around this deadline and made improvements that will benefit all Houstonians. I would like to thank Mayor Whitmire for his commitment to the people of Houston, for being a champion of using the World Cup as a deadline to get so much work done. Now, to help tell that story, we've partnered with the City of Houston, the FIFA World Cup Host Committee, the Houston-Harris County Sports Authority, Houston First, the Greater Houston Partnership, and Metro to produce a video that captures this important moment in our city's history as we pulled together to deliver the best version of our city for the people of our city as Houston steps onto the world stage.
In Houston, we don't just wait for the moment. We show up ready for it. And when the world comes to our city, you'll see it in the way the city moves and the people who keep it moving. All across Houston, something's been taking shape. You can feel it. Making space where it matters, creating places that connect, opening the city in new ways. Not one thing, everything, moving forward.
The city working together, investing in Houston's future.
Across Houston, in every direction, something big is underway. Before the World Cup kicks off, the City of Houston, parks organizations, community associations, and other public agencies will complete more than 200 projects benefiting Houstonians for years to come. Nearly $500 million is being invested for a stronger, safer, and more welcoming Houston. Over 400 lane miles of streets resurfaced, $100 million for drainage projects to improve flood control, $84 million for safer, more walkable sidewalks and pathways, $29 million for brighter street lighting along 135 miles of road, $15 million for neighborhood parks, field upgrades, and lighting, more than $7 million for landscaping and beautification, 7,000 new trees to add shade and comfort, 5,000 improved bus stops, and 2,000 new bus shelters for more accessible and comfortable transit. Plus, millions more for public art, signage, and projects celebrating community identity. The world is coming here, and what they'll experience is something that belongs to all of us. We came together to make Houston even better, for the world
and for us.
Wow. If you weren't fired up already, the video certainly demonstrates why we're here today. Chris, so many stakeholders that I'm looking at. This is an exciting time because we're not only cutting the ribbon on a wonderful venue, and we should have taken before and after pictures going back many years. But today we're making a statement. We're making a statement that Houston is on a roll. It's a can-do city. We're meeting our challenges. I don't want to beat up on our sister cities, but all major cities have challenges. Our friends in Dallas just lost AT&T downtown due to safety and the homeless conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone that can hear my voice has to feel the energy in this room, the excitement. And quite frankly, I'm excited each day I go to work, as you are, about the great city in which we live in and how it's becoming greater. But we need more days like this, and they're becoming more frequent across Houston as we improve the quality of life of our neighborhoods. paved streets, fixing broken water mains, improved parks, public safety. But every city knows, historians know, planners know, you have to have a strong central district, a strong central city. And that's what we're unveiling today. We want people to not just work in Houston, we want people to live here, to enjoy the diversity of entertainment. And this is what is being presented today. I want to thank Chris, his team, but as I look across this room, it is truly collaboration. Just think as you look to the person sitting next to you. What is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Museum District, the Sports Authority, the county, the city, the state. This is why you run for office. This is why we're all public servants, and each and every one of you are a public servant, whether you're ever on the ballot or not. So let me, on behalf of not only Houstonians, but our region, thank everyone that played a role, from the CEOs down to the craftsmen, public safety. We couldn't be here and welcome people back to Main Street without public safety, first responders. We are compassionately providing residence for the homeless. Allen Parkway, Tranquility Park, the Bio Place overhang. I could go on and on. The improvement that Downtown Houston Plus has led the way. Go look at Market Square this morning. This is where people want to live, work, raise their children, and it took all of us. If you look at the unity here today, it's something to really be proud of. So thank each and every one of you. Thank Chris, his team, my colleagues on council, those that are contributing through the TERS, the management districts. You know, Houston First on the east side. Drive by and what's happening at the George Brown Convention Center. And yes, we're excited about FIFA, Chris. You've done an outstanding job with your team. But this venture started before we were awarded FIFA, but it's the perfect timing to unveil. So everyone, enjoy today. It's a great day to be a Houstonian. Our region is growing. We've been discovered by the world, and let's keep on working. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mayor Whitmire, and to all of the elected officials that supported this effort and so many of the other initiatives that we're advancing on behalf of downtown. To close our program, I will note that if there is a broader lesson in the Main Street Promenade, it is that challenges are often opportunities in disguise. The moments that test us most can also reveal possibilities we might have never considered otherwise. When we choose to approach adversity with optimism, resilience, and a willingness to adapt, we create space for innovation, growth, and progress. The story of Main Street reminds us that positive change rarely begins under perfect circumstances. More often, it emerges when people come together to solve difficult problems, embrace new ideas, and see potential where others see obstacles. What starts as a response to an immediate need can become something far greater, a lasting improvement that strengthens communities and creates value for future generations. And now, we've all got to get in frame for our ribbon cutting. If you have a yellow star on your badge, please head with Alyssa down to the ribbon cutting area. Everyone else? Everyone else, we have a job for you too. We're going to ask that you join us on the veranda, on the other side of the bar, so that you can be in the photo as a part of this historic moment. After the ribbon cutting, the Good Times on Main block party will continue until 6 p.m. outside on the promenade. Please spend some time exploring and getting to know your new Main Street. Last and not least, Many thanks to the incredible team at Downtown Houston Plus for all their efforts to get us here today. Every member of our team has played a role in creating this new destination place. Thank you, everyone.